Hello and welcome to Dateline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Skyrim, and here are the top stories of today's program. IAF transports medical supplies to Northeast region amid lockdown. And Tripura shifts storm-affected people to relief camps. Arunachal Police uses drone for a hawk eye to maintain vigil. Amid the nationwide lockdown, the Indian Air Force plane continues its service to transport medical supplies to many parts of the country. Recently, an IL-76 plane took off from Delhi with around 500 tons of medical supplies for the Northeast region. Here's more on how the Air Force is conducting several services for the region to fight the pandemic. Amidst nationwide lockdown, aircraft and helicopters of the Indian Air Force is continuously providing medical equipment and other essential cargo to the far-flung areas of the country. Recently, the IL-76 transport flew off from Delhi airport carrying over 5,000 tons of medical loads. The medical goods were delivered to the northeast states of Mizoram, Meghalaya and Guwahati.
हम भी जहाँ पे भी जाते हैं वो जब भी sortie होता है, sortie के बाद हमारे बेस में या फिर हम जब भी जो डिफेंस बेस में जाते हैं वहाँ पे इसका जो भी मेडिकल अथॉरिटी है इसका डी इंस्पेक्शन कराता है। इसको हमें नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए टास्क मिला है जो कि मिजोरम और गुवाहाटी के लिए हमें मेडिकल सप्लाई लोड लेके जा रहे हैं।
The IL-76 transport aircraft landed at Lengpui Airport in Mizoram on 25th of April. The medical supplies included hand sanitizers, surgical gloves, test kits and other medicinal goods. The IAF officials also reported that the viral transmission kit, which is highly temperature sensitive, is being carried as per the required temperature guidelines.
Ever since the lockdown has happened and before the lockdown, a number of missions we have been taking to airlift supplies. So it's a continued effort. Approximately as on date, I cannot give you a rough. I can give you a rough figure. Close to 500 tons has been airlifted.
To ensure a steady supply of essentials, even in the most remote locations, to fight the pandemic, the Union Civil Aviation Ministry launched Lifeline Uran on March 26. The flights under the initiative Lifeline Uran have been operated by Air India, Alliance Air, Indian Air Force, Pavan Hans and private carriers. The Lifeline Uran flights connected hubs in the Northeast region locations including Guwahati, Dibrugarh, Agartala, Aizawl, Dimapur and Imphal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi applauded the IAF in his radio show Man Ki Baat for their contribution and commitment to fight the pandemic. So far, 392 flights have been operated under Lifeline Uran. As the coronavirus lockdown continues in the country, many people, especially the daily wage earners, are stranded across the state of Manipur with no food or money. Walking the steps of the state government, the Airport Authority of India has taken up the initiative to distribute food and other essentials to those bearing the brunt of lockdown.
The Airport Authority of India, under its Corporate Social Responsibility Scheme, donated rice to hundreds of people, including bus drivers who have been stranded during the lockdown at Interstate Bus Terminal and Khuman Lampak Sports Complex. A camp for the drivers is being opened for those with limited sources of income and especially for those staying in rented houses at Imphal West. According to reports, rupees 10 lakh has been donated to each state government in the region through all the airport in charges.
We have taken through this rice through the state government agency FCI. We have distributed 3-4 places and this is the last place.
Earlier this month, the Regional Director Northeast of the Airports Authority of India, Sanjeev Jindal, said that the 10 identified airports in the region, including Agartala, Imphal, Shillong, Guwahati, Silchar, Dibrugarh, Tezpur, Jorhat, and Dimapur in Nagaland and Tezu in Arunachal Pradesh would be provided with 5 kg rice to 500 families during the lockdown period.
इम्फाल में जो पैसा भी दे रहा है ड्राइवर लोग को 1500 करके, और ड्राइवर को मतलब भूखा नहीं मरने के लिए मैं थैंक यू बोलूँगा मेरा तरफ से। हाँ, दिल से।
Around 80 quintals of rice were distributed to the stranded people by the authority in the areas including Sangai Pru, Mamang Lekhai, Paite Weng, Sangai Pru, Ghari, and Changangei area.
We have also reached out to local people, local in the sense people who are stranded over here from other places in Manipur who are not voters here. Voters are already getting, the rise from the concerned MLAs through PMGKAY, but those people who are non-locals, who are, people from far-flung areas who are, who are here for study purposes, who are staying on rent, and people who are on daily wage. So what we are doing is we are reaching out to them and we are giving rice to them also as a relief measure.
During the nationwide lockdown in the country, commercial flight operations ceased from midnight of March 24, but airports were operational with minimum staff to run the emergency and essential services.
Amid COVID-19 crisis, many parts of the northeast region have been adversely affected by heavy seasonal thunderstorm. After Nagaland and Mizoram, recently Tripura was hit by the hailstorm, destroying several houses and crops. Local authorities have shifted the storm-affected people to safer places in relief camps. We have a detailed report.
A sudden outburst of hailstorm has recently hit many parts of Tripura, damaging at least 5,000 houses, agricultural fields and rubber plantations. West Tripura, Khowai and Sipahijala have been the worst hit according to State Emergency Operations Centre. Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb visited various places in Sipahijala and Khowai district and other storm-affected areas and extended financial assistance to the affected people.
Yeah, we are providing now immediate relief. We are paying 5,000 rupees per family, and after final assessment, we will be paying. In case of fully damaged, we will pay 95,000, and for partially 5,000. Then severely also we will pay about 90,000 as per the scale of the disaster management.
The storm in subdivisions under Sipahijala district, Bishalgarh, Jampuijala and Sonamura left a trail of devastation. A total of 22 relief camps, 17 in Sipahijala and 5 in Khowai districts have been set up to shelter these storm victims. The damaged houses had been registered under the State Disaster Response Fund.
এখন কেমন আছেন আপনারা?
আসছি এখন একটু ভাত খাইছি, ভাত খাওয়ার পরে মন্ত্রী আইসে এখন আই দিতে গেল আমরা সুপুরে দুতলা তুলছি।
কত পরিবার আছেন এখানে?
প্রায় 45 পরিবারের মতো।
For immediate assistance, 5,000 rupees were handed to every affected family, and the CM tweeted that 95,000 rupees will be given to every household whose homes have been destroyed by the storm. In another incident, dry food packets consisting of rice, potato, soybean, pulses, oil, salt, spices and soaps were distributed among the underprivileged, including daily wage labourers in the bordering Ramnagar constituency of Agartala.
এতদিন তো অসুবিধা ছিল না, মানে করোনা কারণে আর কি সবাই একটা অসুবিধা কাজ কর্মে, লকডাউনে কাজ নেই, এই জন্য তো আইলাম, সরকারও দিল।
Besides helping in the distribution of dry ration, the Agartala Municipal Corporation has been carrying out massive sanitization drive in the capital.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
The disposal of betel leaves cargo, which was seized from Imphal International Airport on April 4, has been disposed of at Langdang village near Solid Waste Management Plant. After the Chief Judicial Magistrate Court order, the consignment with a total number of 272 packets was disposed under the supervision of SP Imphal West in a safe location away from the public settlement area. The court observed that as part of the preventive measure against COVID-19, a food analyst collected a sample of the betel leaves. As per the reports, the leaves were decomposing rapidly. Troops of Indian Army in a joint operation with Assam Police apprehended cadre of NSC and IM near Lal Pahara in Tinsukia district of Assam. The security personnel apprehended cadre with 1.22 pistol and 4 live rounds of ammunition. During the checking of the vehicles, the troops nabbed cadre who was trying to escape from the checkpost. They also recovered 2 USA-made Breda pistol with 2 magazines. It is suspected that the cadre was actively involved in the planning and conducts extortion and kidnapping activities in Upper Assam. The situation for the last 24 hours in Tripura is quite normal. Out of the 247 COVID-19 tests which were conducted, came out as negative on 28th of April. Till date, in Tripura, 4,451 COVID-19 tests has been conducted, out of which 2 were found positive, but both the patients have been cured and released from the hospital after treatment. According to the reports, Tripura is at the top of the list in COVID-19 tests that are being conducted across India. Indian Institution of Guwahati students has developed a low-cost intubation box. The device functions as the aerosol obstruction box, which is placed atop the patient bed on the head side, limiting the flow of virus-laden droplets from the patient to the doctor. It is designed by a student-based initiative for a medical innovation named Mitochondria. It is a low-cost alternative to intubation boxes and is easier to manufacture and deliver amid the lockdown.
The homeless drug abusers are at the higher risk of being infected with the COVID-19 in the time of the pandemic. To keep the drug users safe and healthy, shelter homes are being set up in Imphal even as the death toll rises in the country. A report. The first detoxification center has been set up at Yumnam Khunau Part 2 in Imphal to reach out to the homeless drug users of the state. Considering the high risk of the deadly virus to drug users, the shelter home is jointly set up by around 10 NGOs which are working for the welfare of drug users under the name Community Response on COVID-19 or CROC-19.
Most of them are a homeless drug user where they have no, proper place to stay safely. So they are the one who keep on hanging around here and there to search their, substance. So these are one of the group of people whom we need to identify as one of the risk group to prevent COVID-19.
The inmates are maintaining social distance and taking all possible measures to maintain hygiene. More than 50 inmates are living in this shelter home. At present, a total of 50 volunteers representing 10 organizations are looking after the drug addicts. These drug users are under opioid substitution therapy (OST), a type of harm reduction therapy that offers alternative prescribed medicines to those who are dependent on opioids. According to data collected by Social Defense Division of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, distress calls from drug users on National Helpline spiked by 200% during the coronavirus lockdown.
Tumum lapam lairoi tumoni police na ka phu aman ka pu koitan dan bitana bi ani tumum jabam laitre chani ai than ju kem laitre government na kitang kak si matang na ingbiraga ni sa sa ba ko ju mi ne na ka khalan ni yengan ni hai jan tare.
Recently, 2 more centers were opened in Imphal West at Ipa Upungo Halfway Home, an income generation center Loitang Khunau, and Sanity Foundation Patsoi Part 1. Moving on to Arunachal Pradesh, the state has become the 3rd coronavirus-free state after the lone COVID-19 patient was discharged from the hospital. Let's now have a look at how Arunachal Pradesh Police is using drones to monitor the lockdown implementation and to serve the public better. As the country fights the COVID-19 pandemic, Arunachal Pradesh State Police is taking all the measures like use of drones to monitor public movement, ensuring social distancing, spraying disinfectants in villages, and taking strict action against lockdown violators, among others. For the smoother flow of information between the states to help the people of different states residing in the state and the citizens stranded outside the state, Arunachal Pradesh Assembly has set up a COVID-19 control room. To ensure proper implementation of the nationwide lockdown in the state, Arunachal Pradesh Police is using a drone to monitor the situation.
हमने अभी 5 टीम्स बनाए हैं और 5 टीम्स में मिला के जैसे हमारा मेन पर्पस है इसका सभी टीमों का जो हमारा 2 एंट्री गेट्स है बंदर द्वार होलोंगी पर निगरानी रखना उस पर सर्वेलेंस करते हैं। ड्रोन का भी काफ़ी यूज़फुल है और थैंक्स टू हमारा यूथ्स जो वॉलंटियर होके आए अपना ड्रोन के साथ में कैपिटल पुलिस को साथ देगा बोल के हमारा दोस्त बन के कैपिटल पुलिस का दोस्त बन के सभी आए हैं।
Capital SP T Amo has also appealed to the people of Arunachal to follow the quarantine measures. Director General of Police Arunachal Pradesh also shared some aerial images from Pasighat town of East Siang district on the official Twitter handle.
कैपिटल पुलिस के ड्रोन सिस्टम के बारे में मुझे FB से पता चला और मेरे ख्याल से ये बहुत अच्छा स्टेप है हमारे पुलिस के तरफ से क्योंकि ड्रोन सिस्टम से हमारे जो पुलिस का वर्कलोड है वो कम हो जाएगा। साथ में जो कुछ एरिया में जो सोशल गैदरिंग भले ही लॉकडाउन के होते हुए भी कोई लोग सोशल गैदरिंग कर रहे हैं उसे चेक कर पाएंगे।
The entire Itanagar region is being monitored via drone with a special focus on gates and porous borders. In one of the footage shared by the Arunachal Pradesh police, a man was found walking along the river bank. When he notices that he was being chased by the drone, he was seen running towards his home. Suspicious activity was also captured near Block Point, Karsingsa. After Sikkim, Nagaland, Manipur and Tripura, recently Arunachal Pradesh was declared COVID-free after the state's only coronavirus patient was released from the hospital.
हम मानते हैं कि हमारे अरुणाचल चाइना के करीब है, बॉर्डर स्टेट है, इंडिया से जुड़ा हुआ है, फिर भी हम लोग चाइना के बॉर्डर से बहुत नज़दीक है, लेकिन शायद ये कोविड-19 हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर और हमारे यहाँ में जो नेचुरल कैलामिटी उस वजह से हमारे यहाँ में शायद नहीं आ पाया है।
Chief Minister Pema Khandu carried out spot verification of the Bandardeva check gate in the Arunachal-Assam border to ensure that all points of entry into the state are fully equipped to detect any COVID-19 suspected cases.
कोई घर में अपने फैमिली लोग के साथ ऐसे ही दिख जाते हैं और कुछ काम होते हैं घर में छोटा मोटा अपना घर का अंदर होता है वो सब करके उसके बाद टीवी और ये कुछ गेम इसे खेल के इसमें अपना टाइम खत्म हो जाता है।
The police department is also making sure anyone entering Arunachal Pradesh from other states will be quarantined for 14 days. The Home Minister Bamang Felix recently visited the police training center where a quarantine facility capable of housing 800 people is being set up. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. Like and subscribe Roving Report YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Skyrim signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and take care.